Second question, guys, is going to be, what is your daily routine for success? We'll start here.
What's my daily routine for success?
When you wake up, what's your routine like?
My routine is as soon as I wake up, I'm on my fucking phone, fucking answering questions, helping people out. But I guess it really starts with when I go to sleep, honestly, because it's the sort of thing where, like, if people need me, I'm up until I fucking can't stay up anymore, and then I wake up, and then that's what I do. And then this is something to what you guys were saying, where it's a passion, where, like, you gotta love what you do, you know. And I really feel with that, because depending on what you do for a living and stuff, you literally can get consumed by it. And a lot of times, to be successful, you have to be consumed by it. So I'm truly addicted to what I do. So that's my whole thing. It's just all day staying on top, helping my guys, and then whenever I sleep, I sleep. But, you know, trying to add better, like, habits to that. You know.
Okay. Jim?
I'm going to speak from the creative side. How many creatives do we have in the audience? And I don't mean you wear a fedora. I mean you create. You do stuff. Being effective creatively, I found that you have to do your creativity the first thing in the morning. If you have other things to do, if you're a father, if you're working a job on the side, you're going to be resentful if you don't do that immediately. I promise you, if you do that in the morning, there's no excuses. You don't resent your job or your second job or your family for getting in the way of your creativity. Just wake your ass up in the morning. Don't make any excuses. Get it done. It's out of the way. Even if it's 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, that's my routine.
All right. Andrew?
Yeah, so I start off by playing video games with my kids. That's the first thing I start off by doing. And then basically the rest of the day I read books. I read more, and then I read more on top of that. And that's, for me, what I've seen inside of the United States, that most people are illiterate. Because they're illiterate, they can't actually train themselves how to do any of this type of stuff. They don't even know how to read. And they don't know history. They don't know anything. If you were even trying to be materially well off and wealthy, still literacy and being able to understand what it is that you're reading and having a good basis for history, I think, is a necessity for even material success. So I would recommend that you read. More than anything, that you read. And it's something that I notice a lot of people can't do.
All right. Wes?
You guys, Jesus, fuck. Okay.
Get up and buy that watch and then make $1 million.
Okay, shut this fat faggot up real quick.
Okay.
We weren't gonna. I wasn't gonna go.
We're
in
on Rumble
fat
now.
boy, but check it out.
We're definitely
You
on Rumble
guys,
now.
we don't have an education issue. We have an application issue. Everything is very easy to do. You have to sit down in the morning. Your conscience is the authentic voice of God. If you look in the mirror and you got tits like Fat Boy, then in the mirror your conscience is telling you, God damn, you should probably do something about that and maybe not read your 19th fucking book. So as you wake up, your conscience is telling you to make a move to do something. When you guys wake up tomorrow, what will it be? Maybe drop the drink. Maybe go work out. Maybe be better to the people around you. I mean, I've helped and saved more lives than most people could ever fathom, literally, from a very simple process, because prison has a way of programming that makes you mentally strong. And when you look at a man, if he possesses a fucking frame like that, he's so goddamn mentally weak and lies to himself so fucking much, he needs to prescribe to my way of thinking that love ain't lies. It's not. And no man could look himself in the mirror and say he's proud of that shit. So, I mean, the whole point is to really listen to your conscience and have it guide you to the areas that you need to change. I've been getting up at 2:45 for 16 years. I got up at 2:45 for 16 years straight, have never missed, because I knew I had to be mentally strong to be the leader I needed to be when I came out. So I came out and I showed everyone what worked for me in prison to get through my hardest days. The hardest fucking days of my life. I started my time at 25 years old and got out at 35. There was a million thoughts that went through my mind that there's no fucking way I'm going to be successful again. But I didn't care about that. I really just fought through all the pain of what I knew I could be, what I knew I could do, and I really listened to what I had to be. So I was drawn to creating this individual that I admire. And regardless of, look it, if that's what he admires, good. I want you guys to do this and know this is your purpose. to create the man you admire in every way and give that person to the world. So if you create the individual that you unbiasedly admire, you can step in the mirror and say men are supposed to wear bras. If that's what you really believe, then you can do that. But I believe that the man I admire is who's standing in front of you. Someone who's ripped, someone who's rich, and someone who has rare habits that built them into a real leader in a world full of fucking pussies who are so mentally weak, they just side with themselves all day instead of what would really benefit themselves. No video games benefit fucking kids. But anyways, you guys, if that's who you admire, who's looking at you in the mirror, run with that. But if you step in the mirror and your heart, which is God speaking to you, tells you to make changes, make them.
Well
And that's
said.
it. That's what I want you to do. Like, your conscience is the authentic voice of God. And I teach everyone about conscience congruency, living in congruence with your conscience. And that means that everything you're being called to do, no matter how difficult it is, you do it. That's it. So what the fuck changes do you have to make? You got to make them.
Carlos?
So every day I wake up and my first my first goal is to just get to that point where I'm grateful. You know, I've had my best days. I have very good days when I had no money, and I have very good days when I have money, and very bad days with no money, and very bad days when you have money. So money doesn't change really anything. It's just more comfortable. So my first thing in the morning, I wake up 4:30 every morning. It's a must, because if not, I'll just go back to party, to drugs, to all that stuff. I hit the gym. I read, you know, I reflect, and I want to be close to God, because that's the only thing that really brings me peace, you know. And after that, I just have my process, you know, start working, you know, answering DMs, helping people solve the problems I had myself. And just, I feel like if I don't give 100% that day, wherever I am, I feel bad. So my only goal every day is just to feel good. Everything I do is to feel fucking good. Like, the thing is that when you give the 100% every day, but I mean 100%, people think they're just giving 100%, and you're not, bro. You know, like, you're not. If you really surround yourself with top people, you think, like, what the fuck, man? I'm literally doing 5%. This is why we have more, because we actually do more, bro. You know, like, luck, oh, he was lucky. Bro, luck is God. Like, everyone has what they deserve. It's literally facts. Just check out where people come from. I don't get impressed by Bugatti. I want to see where he came from. Like, how long did it take? Who helped him? You know, where he come from? How he did it? How did he did it? How he makes his money? So just wake up every day to be grateful, to feel good, and no one feels good, you know, going party. No one. I used to play video games all day, bro. That doesn't make you feel good. You escape reality. Drugs, you're escaping reality. You know, chasing women, you're escaping reality. Why are you escaping? What are you escaping? You know, every time I see someone, like, drinking, I was the other day in the yacht. The yacht beside was doing a party. Everyone drinking. And I was sitting there, and I was like, dude, what the fuck are these people escaping? Like, the lives are so bad, dude. Is your life so bad you have to escape your reality? So just stop there, drop the drink, drop the drugs, and think, what the fuck are you escaping from? Is it your wife? Is it your family? Is it your kids? Is it yourself? Just figure out what it is and attack it.
Well said.
For me, it's just being obsessed with problem solving. So basically, every morning you wake up, you're like, okay, what's the problem that I'm trying to solve today? For some people, it might be, you know, working out. Some people, it might be money. Some people, it might be women. It's other things, right? But if you actually truly get 100% interested and obsessed with what you're doing, there's no way you can't have success. Like, a lot of you guys are basically saying the same thing. Just keep doing these steps, you know, bit by bit every day, right? So what we tell people in our course and different things that we teach, it's like, hey, if you're starting out, just start out with, like, you know, 30 minutes a day, right? And then ramp it up from there. You don't have to be like an obsessed crazy person from the get-go, but as you gain success, you will, in my opinion, or at least my experience, you will just kind of, I don't know, maybe it's my personality too, but you just automatically become obsessed with what you're doing, and then that leads to more success. So it's kind of a snowball effect. Of course, you know, you do have to have some balance. You have to have some time off from here and there, but, you know, keep the pedal to the metal, and, you know, with whatever it is that you are doing and pursuing, and be consistent with it, right? I think the biggest thing that I tend to say with people is consistency and persistence are the only two fucking things that you need in life to actually succeed. right? So the more that you're consistent, the more you're persistent, and the more you're obsessed, and then you keep going towards your goals and you don't give up, you're bound to have success. Some people start in different places than others, so some people have to work harder to, escape the the gravity of their situation per se. But once they do, right, it's a freeing experience, and then you do have to reset your goals at that point, right? You have to be like, okay, so what am I doing now? Where's that? I hit a plateau. Okay, where's the next level from here? Because maybe I was in a very negative place, and now I'm good. Okay, now I'm good. Now how do I get great, right? And so keep pushing yourself and follow those three things.
All right.
Very first thing I do, I wake up, I pray about 5 in the morning, then I go to the gym about 2 hours, and then I just figure out ways to try to make the money that I spent the last day, you know what I mean? Which, that's my main goal, like, you know what I mean? And I just try to help as many people as I can. That's my goal. That's all I be.
I like that. You live day by day, bro. People just fucking. What are you gonna do in 5 years, motherfucker? I just wish I wake up tomorrow.
I got $55,000 worth of recurring revenue that I make every day if I sit on my fucking thumb and just sit on my ass and fucking play with my balls playing video games. I make $55,000 a day no matter what the fuck I do. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to say F-bomb anymore. So no matter what, 55 grand a day. But I still get up to show everyone how to live. I still get up to help everyone. I still make a gang of content every day. Because I remember when I was that dude on the prison cell floor and I needed a message to get my ass up. I needed something to motivate me. And the thing is the people who need help, that really need help, are the old me. The dude who will smoke you for some rims on his car. The dude who will seriously take your life to get the stuff he wants. That's the person who needs to relate to someone like me. You don't need to circle jerk a bunch of woke folks who are like, it's not about money. You're not helping Karen by saving 17 other Karens. You need to save the people who are actually the problems of the world, the old me. Those are the people who need saving. And those are the materialistic people. So you need to show those people there's a new route to make money, building your personal brand, teaching people how to really gain control of their life,
So you help the materialistic people by giving them more materialism?
No, to teach them how to do it without committing crimes.
Yeah,
Fat boy,
but if
shut
they
up.
weren't,
It's Myron's turn.
focused on
That was a
materialism,
good
why would
point,
they
and
be
then
focusing
idiot
on
had to
crime?
jump in.
Okay, it's Myron's
Just
turn.
please get this guy a
Oh,
life-size mirror.
why is
that
it
he
you
can
can
look
take
at.
shots, but if I respond, you get that upset?
Because look at you.
You look at
shouldn't
you.
even be speaking.
You got veins sticking out of your forehead.
That's called a low
You got,
body
and we can
fat.
see them because you're bald as
That's
can
called
fucking
low-
be. You're
Dude.
tatted from head to toe. You've been
Okay.
raped in prison. Why talk
Okay,
shit?
well, that's
Why
just
not have a
stupid.
debate?
But, dude, why are you talking about rape, bro? No one said
Well, you
anything
said
sexual.
you were on the floor and some guy gave you a message.
Okay. Okay. Come on, man.
You fat little faggot, bro. Seriously. Like, should I just smack the dude in front of everyone just for the whole
No.
Because he wouldn't do shit.
All right.
This is the thing about life.
No.
You shouldn't talk shit. You shouldn't back up.
No.
You shouldn't. In all reality, if you ain't willing to do something about it,
If you guys, how
shouldn't
about this?
say
How
it.
about this? How about this?
I won't even address the guy one more time.
We can have.
I won't address him.
If you guys want to go back and forth, what we could do is instead of name calling, we can have a civil debate on materialism if you guys want. I think the audience would enjoy that more.
Yeah.
I
And you guys can
made my point.
you know,
I was just saying my point without even
you know,
bringing him into it.
If you guys want to have that discussion, I'd be happy to facilitate it. I mean, it's kind of an impromptu thing,
There's
but
no
we can do
point.
it.
Why would I want to make a point to some loser like that? That's not anyone I would make a point to.
So-
My people don't look
So
like
you
that.
you can't debate your worldview?
Dude, look at you, dude.
Yeah,
You don't
what
even
does that have to
fit
do with
the-
your worldview?
You don't even fit the world standard of what I even believe in.
Yeah,
bro.
but this is
Like-
why you pit your worldviews against
Dude,
other
you're
people.
a bag of trash,
Dude, you
bro.
just keep talking shit, but you literally can't defend your own ideals.
Dude, you haven't even seen my content, what I've done, bro.
Well,
I've done a
that's
lot
why
more than you can
we can
imagine.
have the debate right now.
Okay, so no more arguments. We can't have any more arguments.
Okay, no more. Okay, you guys should run the place. No more F-bomb, no more
Yeah.
arguments. We
Can't
want it
say
to go
the
on.
F-bomb is the big one.
Yeah,
so we
thank
gotta,
you.
No
we gotta
more
chill with that.
F-bomb.
Yeah, Wes.
We gotta
let's,
chill with that.
Yeah, keep it clean, man.
Yeah, we're not. If we're in Fresh Fit Studio, hey, I'd be like, all
Yeah,
right, you know what I mean? But
no,
you know,
But you guys have seen my content, right? So
Yeah,
you knew
yeah.
I would probably drop 97,000 F-bombs. I actually posted something on my page the other day. It was a 2-minute video of 159 F-bombs on one podcast. So maybe don't invite me if that's a problem.
well, I don't think it's that. It's the word that rhymes with maggot.
Oh, yeah,
That
that's,
one.
that's the
it's my
best
favorite
one.
word too. I know it's my favorite word
Don't
too.
you love that word?
It's my favorite
I
word.
love it.
I say it all the
Especially
time
when it
too, and they
fits.
know. They know. But
Where I come from, that's not even a bad word. That's like means something else. You know?
I agree. But yeah, so my schedule, guys, it's a little weird. So I wake up, right? It could be somewhere late morning, afternoon, and you guys will see here why it's so late in a second. I'll typically wake up, and the first thing I do is I deal with my real estate. As you guys know, I have 20 real estate properties, almost 50 plus tenants, etc. So that becomes extremely cumbersome and annoying, right? You're making sure that bills are paid, mortgages are paid, water bills are paid, tenants are happy. This tenant is on Section 8, didn't pay their portion, evictions, oh, this guy didn't pay his rent, etc. So that's a whole other thing. I'm dealing with that most of the time throughout the day. And then, if we got a show, obviously I'm preparing for the show, whether it's me and Fresh going back and forth, figuring out what we're going to talk about, or if we have a topic at hand or responding to a hater, whatever it may be, I'm writing on the notebook, right? And we're getting ready for the show. We do the show. As you guys know, we do 2 shows, right? Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We do the daytime show. Then the girls come in. So if I didn't work out already earlier, what I'll do is in between the 2 shows, I'll get a quick workout in. I'll go downstairs, get a quick 45 minutes to 60-minute session in. I'm training, full body workouts and specialization days. I'm training 4 to 5 days a week. And then after that's done, we got the girls there. We do the nighttime show for you guys. Those shows go into 1, 2 a.m. And then when that's done, obviously cleaning up, take the squad out for food. By the time I'm back in my spot, it's 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And then I'll either A, stream Overwatch, or B, I'll go ahead, for hours,
For hours.
into the morning, or I'll research YouTube videos, what's going on, what's trending, go on X, tweet some stuff. You guys see me, I tweet always late at night. That's why I'm trying to build the audience up on X. And then post some reels on Instagram before I got banned. And, obviously try to be out there and put content out. So that's my day. And then I'll go to sleep at like 7, 8 in the morning sometimes. Sun is coming up. And then wake up and do it again. But I pretty much live my life around the podcast to try to get you guys the best content. And that's what I mean when I say, like, yo, there's no other podcast that works as hard as we do, man. I genuinely believe that. If you look at all the top podcasts, they might put out 2, 3 videos a week. We're putting out 6, right? And that doesn't count Fed Reacts or whatever because I'm, is researching for that as well because, people love true crime. But what about you, Fresh?
All right, guys, so I have 2 schedules. One that's serious and one that's just playful. So if I'm serious, I have a whiteboard in my room with my goals, short-term and long-term, right? And my thing is like, okay, if I'm focused on making things happen for the business, or podcast, or real estate, I need to focus. So I have a list of things to do daily, and then I end up causing an effect of long-term goals being successful. So I'll wake up in the morning, hit the gym, either with Kevo or with something like that, and then I'll plan out my day for my dry erase board. Once that's done, I'll have fun after, maybe go out with some friends, network, but the work is done first, off on the board. Now, my other schedule is when I'm, like, just having fun. I wake up, I do whatever. But the point here is that, like, guys, if you want to be successful in any endeavor, you need to plan it out. It may not go according to the plan, but have a written plan down either in a notebook or a dry erase board you can see daily. So when you wake up, all right, am I on point or am I off point? Because you might get somebody saying to you, bro, let's go drink at the bar with some friends. But are you hitting your goals? No. So why are you saying yes to that? You got to say no. So that's why I wake up every morning, either with a schedule or with not. But for the most part, it's with a schedule.
And we're going to definitely open it up for Q&A as well, guys.
Yes.
It wouldn't be Fresh Fit if we didn't give y'all a Q&A and answer some questions.
Super chats.
The thing
Whether
I like
it's
most about
girls
Fresh
or whatever
and Fit
it
is
may.
the back and forth and the craziness.
Yeah.
That's what I like most. I remember they had my assistant on one time. I'm like, what the hell? How'd she make it on there?
Wait, who?
Yeah, that girl. What is she white?
Paula, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, whether it's girls making money, whatever, we got a diverse panel, guys. You'll be able to ask a multitude of different questions. If we don't know the answer, someone on the panel definitely will. We can read some of the chats. Bill, is you in the back there, or do they hog tie you and tell you that the show's done?
Yes.
All right.
He's in the bathroom right now, but we have a few chats.
All right, we'll read them real quick,
And then we'll do VIP.
and then we'll do VIP
Your questions for
So
the
let's
panel.
start. Yeah. So, Icy.
Let's get a mic for everybody here in the
let's
VIP.
get- Icy will start organizing people. Just guys in the audience, she's right there. She'll take care of people that got questions and start organizing you guys. We'll have a line right here, and we'll do the Q&A portion. Go ahead, Mo.
There's a couple of
Alrighty,
they're talking
Spit
about
it
the
out, man.
situation going on in these Rumble rants.
It's fine. Say
That's
it,
what
man.
we do best.
All
Rumble.
right. We got Lepra. You already know the rest of the name.
Yeah.
That Wes went to prison for robbing Forever 21 store.
Hell yeah.
We have Sauce God FPS says the F is this.
Right.
And we got Isaiah Van Nest says Wes Watson's kids are another man's. No one cares about your prison story.
Hell yeah, they are, and I take care of them well.
Let's see.
All right, Maureen, man.
And that's everything.
Notice how they all talked about me. That's what I specialize in. Thank you. My favorite subject.
All right, that's it.
Yes.
Okay, that's safe to read, I guess. All right.
Yeah, safe to read.
All right. We could. Do you have another question for the panel, and then go into
I
Q&A?
do, but
okay.
I
don't know if Icy's ready.
Okay, so we'll do this one here. Next one. What is the best way to market now in today's social place for social media? The best place to market for business, you would say?
I would say Instagram.
Could you expound upon that? Like, what should they do to get like more followers, more engagement for business?
I feel like blogs is probably the best place to get in high engagement. I feel like a lot of us get our news from blogs. So like big pages like Wealth, Academic, Say Cheese, depending on what you're looking for. Like, let's say if we're into fitness, then we get the biggest fitness blog if we want to get seen on there. If we want to get seen for like flexing or they into Christ, right? They probably want to get on a God page maybe, you know what I mean? So wherever you get your news from, because a lot of people just don't watch the news. We just go to blogs and get our news. So that's where they all have an advertising email. You hit them up on the email, and that's how you get placement.
Can you tell the audience what you told my network about running ads in different countries?
So basically, I run ads. I spend about $300,000 a month on ads for myself. But if I run ads in Colombia or Mexico or something like that, I will probably spend about $40,000 for the same reach of what I will spend $300,000 on in the USA.
Cheat code, guys, by the way.
Yeah, Instagram's pretty good. But for me, YouTube is like the billboard out there that you can really get out on. It's kind of like YouTube Live especially, right? Gets better engagement sometimes because you get to connect with your audience. You get to talk to people like we are here today, live and in person, in a way, right? And so I kind of view YouTube as kind of like the new PBS, right? It's a public broadcasting service. It's also stuff where you can just get your ideas out there, right? So if you do it in an organized fashion, a smart fashion, a targeted fashion, where you're networking with people and you're meeting new people all the time, you're going into different networks, and you give value, of course, right? Like you can't just be out there talking smack and just, expect people to listen. You have to give value in what you say, even if it's, you have to have some entertaining way to talk about it, right? So might not be for everybody, right? I think social media is not necessarily for everybody, but it is, especially like I said, in the digital age, the best way to get your brand out there. So, YouTube Live for me.
Perfect.
So you have to have a personal brand. If you don't have a personal brand today, you're gonna be no one's gonna see you. Like TV is gone. YouTube. I built everything with YouTube, bro. Like when I was in Australia, I was living in a hostel. I was living in a mattress in the floor. I was documenting everything. Like something was telling me. I was like, I don't know. Something was telling me, bro, film everything. Everyone was like laughing at me. I did that for like 6 years. Made no money. After 6 years, I made $300. Like YouTube is the base that moves everything. If you see every big person in any industry, they have a big YouTube. If you only have an Instagram and no YouTube, they're fake, bro. Like they're fake.
Well said,
like,
bro.
No real motherfucker has Instagram and no YouTube. I have two YouTubes, like 1.1 million subscribers with two. I build everything with YouTube. Like if someone doesn't have it, it's fake. You gotta see the person. They had to show everything, bro. Who they are, who's their family, where they live. Everyone knows where I live. I live in Hibiscus Island, one of the best islands in Miami. I just pulled out of my house. Two guys was outside my house for a photo. Everyone knows who I am, where I live, where I come from. Everything is documented. Look, Jados English in YouTube. Search Jados Hostel. 7 years ago, that's me in a hostel. Look now, coming back on a jet. Like you can see everything, bro. I know maybe you don't know what to say. Who gives a fuck? Just say something, bro. What do you think of this shit that just went down today? Just fucking go to your house. Yo, these fucking two motherfuckers went fucking nuts, bro. You gotta see that shit, Like, just say anything, bro. But just build it. Build who you are. Everyone that's in my school, they will be my friends. Sometimes people want to pay me. I'm like, nah. Say what? Like I don't want to be with you, bro. Like you're a freak. You know what the fuck? Like I don't want to hang out with you. I don't want your money. I don't want to help you. So you just build your shit on YouTube. Instagram just gonna follow up.
Well said.
Okay. So I was in prison. You know, you say what you want about prison, but I saw Instagram for the first time, and I was like, this is powerful. So with the burner cell phone in prison, I started posting black and white photos every day. I would have someone sit on the phone, charge it. When the cops would walk, I'd make sure I had my post written out, the hashtags I was going to use when we thought those did something. Then I would get my picture up, my post, everything. I would post every day on Instagram while in prison. From 2014, when we finally got smartphones at these joints I was at Delano, which was a California state prison. And then all the way to when I got out, I posted in black and white. When I got out, I put up a color picture. And I said, I'm out. Watch what I could do. So right when I got out, I started documenting what I do every day. How I just everything I do to stay proud of myself. Because I wasn't a drug addict anymore. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't womanizing. I wasn't committing massive acts of violence like I did all the time. I mean, I was proud of myself. Because where I come from, that's pretty normal. So none of that was taking place anymore. So I was just documenting everything. By documenting how I lived every day, people were like, man, teach me how to do that. Because I always try to stay disciplined. I always try to stay consistent, but I fall off. So what that made me do is write a book. So I wrote a book. I've sold 4 million copies of my book, okay? I get royalties every day. I'm an international best-selling author. And then from there, I went on one YouTube interview. I went on this YouTube interview, and it went viral. It went super viral right away. And then people were like, make a YouTube channel. I had 100,000 subscribers on YouTube in 20 days. I only have like 510,000 now. But this is what I want to tell you guys. When I had 3 million views on each YouTube video, I made about 10,000 a month because I didn't know how to really do it. And then now I get about 10,000 views on each YouTube video, and I make $3 million a month. Because I know how to monetize what I've taught everybody, which is a system of elevation that has changed lives. And I mean, by the time you have the Instagram to close, you have the YouTube to grab all the people who are Googling how-to stuff because they're actually learners who sit down and want to learn. Then you have the book that people are posting and tagging you in. You have a way of closing a product or service very efficiently. So I think it's the three. Write a book, Instagram to close, YouTube to get the better viewer and the person who purchases more efficiently and wants to learn. It's a better, and then I also have a podcast too that is my YouTube transfer to podcast. So YouTube and podcasts have a better viewer who wants to purchase. The book is someone who's really committed to who you are as an individual, and then use Instagram to close them.
Damn, that's really good. Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably be the last person to ask about this. So I can only tell you what I've seen. And it seems like they're both right. If everything kind of expands off of YouTube as far as marketing goes. But one thing I didn't hear mentioned too much is clips. Clips seem to be the way of the future. I mean, viral clips, people have very, very short attention spans. And it seems like if you have viral clips and you make viral clips, you'll grow like crazy. People will find you the easiest way through that. Most of these creators that I see are red pillars in this space. They're able to go viral and get their message out there due to clips, specifically focusing on kind of the high impact clips. So that's the only thing that I would add, but they're both right. I mean, YouTube's where it's at for growing any type of brand. I mean, every company uses it, every individual uses it. I'd say that that's where it's at.
That's a very good point. Clips and, for example, shorts and reels, that's how you grow rapidly. So good point, Andrew.
Yeah, I agree with everybody on so far. I think one thing added is being able to tell a story, and usually a quick way to do that is make sure there's a person attached to the product. If the person is the product, which in a lot of cases we are the product, authenticity is key in this fast-paced, small bit world we're in. If someone sees someone authentically believing and saying what they're saying, and they hold firm on it, it's very attractive. It's almost you almost can't say no to it. So authenticity is, I think, the key thing.
I agree with that a lot. I have to give him props on that because that's the truest thing right there. Right there, what he said.
See, we can all be friends here.
No, authenticity is the highest frequency. So, I mean, that go off of what he said, but what we said too, that's massive.
Brotherhood, I like that.
I also
I give props when due. It's not tits.
I also agree, and also you got to understand that everyone is saying, well, why am I going to be a fitness coach or online coach? There's already like so many people killing it. Like, who's going to listen to me, right? Well, there's only one thing that is going to be different to every human being, and that's your story. And people are not telling the story. That's why I tell my story again and again and again and every day. And this motherfucker's like, oh, you said that yesterday. I'm saying, that's not for you. That's for the new one. You know, so you got to tell your story. Whatever is your story. Everyone has a different story, and everyone's going to feel identified with who you are. Obviously here, like, check us out. Like, we're pretty different, you know, and we all up here. So I'm sure you guys going to feel identified with someone more than another one. And at the end of the day, everyone's going to go towards that person that feel more connected to. So you got to tell your story. That's very important.
Can I just add something to that? Repetition, you're saying? It's something that the creator doesn't really feel like doing, but it makes all the difference for the person, right?
That's because, you know, people that don't know shit, don't have money, and don't have a social, you know, presence. They criticize that, oh, you already said that. I'm like, yeah. Like, you go to the gym every day and you do the same shit. Every day you do the same shit. I do the same thing every day. Every day. Same thing. And actually, when I was broke, I used to train twice a day, wake up at 4 a.m., work 3 jobs. And that's what got me out of the system, the matrix. I became a millionaire, and I stopped doing that. I started partying, started doing drugs, and that's why I fucked everything up. And then I did that back again with this motherfucker. I saw him, no drugs, nothing. I'm like, holy shit. Started doing it again, and like, bro, I bring him from like normal, like, you know, I was making good. I had a Huracan, you know, I had a Lambo, but, you know, that's it. But now it's just another level, bro. You know, like that. I have this in my wrist. Like, it's just like another level, not only like monetary. It's like right now I connect with you guys in the sense of Jesus. I have it tied here, literally. Every day I want to be close to God and Jesus, and that gives me peace. But it's a repetition. You got to do that every day. You got to, you know, read every day, you know, reflect every day. It's a process. If you take out the process of your life, you don't have nothing, bro.
So I have to fully agree with what you guys are saying. But in terms of what I think is the most important thing, it's live streaming, but it's live streaming on YouTube in order to find your voice, because there's a lot of time you may not, you may like talk and everything like that, and you're stuttering or you're stumbling or you don't really got your thoughts put out. Because I've met tons of guys. I can only speak in the crypto space, but I've met tons of crypto guys who sound really smart in a recorded video, and I talk to them in person and they're fucking retarded, right? But not even just that, just the repetition of actually just going live and actually talking to people and knowing what you're saying and people understanding who you are. But I want to give you guys a big tip. What you guys are doing right now is exactly what you guys should be doing here at the live events, because a lot of people ask me all the time, I want to break into an interview. How do I do it? I've been DMing people and no one's fucking answering you, right? And they look at your page and you're like, you don't got enough views. How you break through is in person. You come to these events and I meet you. You're like, hey, what's up? Dude, I've DM'd you before. Have you really? Okay, well, what's going on? And then I give that person a chance. It's a human interaction. So literally going to live events, trying to find the group that you're a part of. Like, you want to break into the Red Pill, go to Red Pill events, and you might actually break through. Someone will give you a shot. Rolo will let you on the stream. But that's how you do it. It doesn't matter if you're from religion, Red Pill, money, hustling, rap. It doesn't matter. Just go to the events, and you'll find a way through, because you're hustling towards it.
By the way, we have 20K live on Rumble.
Hey,
so,
shout out to y'all, man.
Rumble, man.
Hey, so again, everyone said a bunch of fantastic points. I'm going to just weave them all together for you guys in a nice, concise manner. Number one, when it comes to being a masculine creator, you need to have some level of competence and you need to have merit. Because the thing is, and Wes mentioned this earlier, no one's going to listen or give a fuck if you're a loser. Men typically want to follow men that look like and do what they want to do. So if you're a fitness influencer, you better be in shape. If you're a financial advisor or a financial YouTuber, you better have money. If you're a life coach, you better have a combination of all thereof. If you're a religious coach, you better know the Bible from front to back, right? So you need to be able to be really good at what you do. Optimally, you want to be good at everything so you're well-rounded and a large portion of people can rock with you, because some people might, let's say you're your fitness, life coach, everything, right? Some guys might watch you for the fitness. Some guys might watch you for the finances. Some guys might watch you for the womanizing, right? And that's what we try to blend together with Fresh and Fit, make you guys the best version of yourselves. And then you decide what you want to do with that merit. But the point is that if you want to get into this space, you need to have a story first. Not only do you need a story, you need to be authentic with that story. Can people relate to you? Can people see themselves in you? Did you get it out the mud, or were you given a silver spoon? People respect guys that are able to get it out the mud and guys that have been through the same struggles that they have. A big reason why we've been able to become successful as Fresh and Fit is because, guess what? We're all dealing with the same BS with these girls, right? We're all dealing with the flakes. We're all dealing with the 304s. We're all dealing with the BS. We're all dealing with feminism. We're all dealing with being like second-class citizens when it comes to being a man. And we understand that no one gives a shit about you as a man unless you're successful and you have your stuff together. Then people will listen to you. So we're like, damn, okay. There's obviously this void in the market. Guys need help with this. They need to be able to get girls. But then once we started coaching guys, we figured out, wait, you're fat. Wait, you're broke. No wonder girls don't want you. So then we realized, like, holy crap. The reason why guys are failing is because they don't have the complete package. That's what girls want at the end of the day, right? But they listen to us because it's like, all right, you guys know what you guys know my backstory. I used to be a federal agent with Homeland Security Investigations. I did that for the better part of a decade. I learned a bunch of things that I will never learn in any other job field, right? And it made me the man that I am today. And I did that when I was young. And it helped me stay away from drugs. It helped me stay away from partying, etc., right? And I was able to develop this mindset and this skill set to be successful. And I'm going to say something very controversial right now, but I was thinking about it while all the guys were telling their stories. Spontaneity is the enemy of success. Why? Because to become successful, you guys heard it from all the guys here, I do the same thing every day.
Yep.
When you do the same thing every single day, what does that do? That's consistency. Consistency plus time equals what? Success. So people are going to talk smack. Bro, why don't you go to a club with us? Bro, why don't you just have one drink? Bro, just do this one line of coke. Come on, man, live a little, etc. This whole live a little thing is, guess what? You're going to live a little, but then you're going to suffer for a long fucking time. And discipline, the cornerstone of discipline is being able to put away temporary fun for long-term success. Every single guy on this panel, though we have disagreements on certain things, has exercised discipline to become good at what they fucking do. Whether it's cryptocurrency, being a spiritual or religious leader, being able to debate, making it from the bottom, coming from prison, being convicted felon, and coming on the other side and becoming multimillionaires. Every single guy has been able to apply consistency plus time equals results. And then once you're able to do that, then you get on the YouTube and you tell your story. Then you get on Instagram and you tell your story. But you need to become the man first before anyone gives a fuck.